stewardship and service throughout our region and champions of excellence on our playing fields and our courts. The 7 distinguished inductees and the team of distinction that we're going to honor today certainly uphold the high standards of excellence that have long distinguished Eastern and have always represented their respective teams and this institution with class and with dignity. They are a part of the history and the lore of our beloved university, and they continue to make us all proud to be colonels. Before we start the program, we have a few groups of individuals that we would like to recognize. First, let's begin with our Board of Regents who have supported our program throughout the years. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Vice Chairman Alan Long is here today, Alan, and Board Member Jason Marion. Vice President and Athletics Director Kyle Moats and his wife Leanne are here, and President David McFadden, who will be formally introduced later, along with his wife Melissa. Is Melissa here today? She is not here today. Several members of our Athletics Hall of Fame have returned today to honor this year's class. At this time, if you could all current EKU Athletics Hall of Famers please stand so that we may once again recognize you and your contribution to EKU Athletics and the university. At this time, we would like to call EKU's Vice President and Athletics Director Kyle Moats to the stage. Athletics Director Moats started his tenure as the 16th Athletics Director in school history on July 1st of this year. He brings more than 30 years of combined experience in athletics to EKU from the University of Kentucky, the University of Louisville, and most recently as AD at Missouri State University. Ladies and gentlemen, our Athletics Director Kyle Moats.
Thanks, Greg. Welcome, everyone, to the 2024 EKU Athletics Hall of Fame. Let me first thank Carl for his tireless work to make this day a special one for all the inductees. As you know, he's passionate about EKU and preserving its storied past. I also want to thank his wife, Shelley, for her assistance and patience leading up to this event. We sincerely appreciate their efforts. I want to express my appreciation and congratulations to all the inductees today. We have a great class, and I look forward to hearing their inspiring stories as to how they achieved their outstanding accomplishments. It's a great privilege for me to announce our first inductee. I've known him for 30 years, but my relationship until recently is like most of you, as a fan. It is a constant that we as Colonel fans have come to know, appreciate, and rely on. His reputation is that of trustworthy, reliable, and honest when representing EKU sports teams. This inductee has served as play-by-play broadcaster for Eastern's athletics team since 1979, broadcasting more than 2,200 athletics contests to Colonel fans during this time span. He has served as play-by-play broadcaster for football and men's basketball for 41 of the 45 years, while providing replay coverage the other 4 years with the local cable company. In recent years, his role has expanded, providing play-by-play for ESPN Plus, for soccer, volleyball, baseball, and softball. He was inducted in 2023 into the Kentucky Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame and was honored last year as the Kentucky Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association. He also produced and hosted Colonel football and basketball coaches shows on WTVQ-TV for 20-plus seasons. He also has provided play-by-play for selected Kentucky High School Association basketball and softball state tournaments games over the past 30 years. He's done a heck of a lot. I don't know how he does anything else. That's a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, joined today by his wife Paula and their family and friends, let's welcome Greg Stotelmyer into the EKU Athletics Hall of Fame.
I've emceed these since we started this program on an annual basis since 2005. This is a little different day for me. And, you know, when I was growing up in Indiana, it was basketball on Friday nights for everything. And I had an older cousin who was 7, 8 years older, and we would go to his high school games. Well, during the junior varsity games, my friend and myself would go over and buy this is how old I am, a 5-cent Coke cup. It was one of those wax cups. If you're older like me, you'll remember it. Cost 5 cents, small. And we would go to the top of this little gym during the varsity games. And one of us would, and we would trade roles. One of us would speak into the cup, and the other one would punch the hole out in the bottom of the cup. And he or me would be the cameraman. So little did I know, and we would keep score with this old meets scorecard that they put out. Little did I know that in the early 1960s, that would eventually lead me here today. And I'm really humbled, and I'm also honored beyond my imagination, because this is an achievement that, as I look back, I guess, was 6 years in the making. Back then, as a little kid, I had no idea. It's an honor to join others in its EKU Athletics Hall of Fame class that includes some of the greatest colonels ever, Olympians, champions, and a team that set a high bar for its program. Danny Hope, the national champion on the 1979 team, our first national champion. Happened to be my first year as the play-by-play announcer. And then 5 years as a head coach, we had some great times. Had some real laughs on the set of the television show, doing TV shows, after hopefully wins most years. And Danny took over, of course, for Coach Kidd, and it was right here a year ago that we said goodbye to Coach. And you know, we miss him. And it's really an honor for me, and I get emotional about this. 24 of his 39 years, I was able to document what his teams did. And I think that is the biggest honor, to just have been a part of what Roy Kidd meant to this university. I'm 5 feet 5.5 if I stretch it. I wasn't going to play college sports. You can tell. I mean, I got cut. I don't even know if I tried out for the junior varsity of my high school. I was on the freshman C team. That's how many teams we had on my basketball team at Connorsville High School. And the good reason I got cut, I couldn't remember plays, let alone shoot or dribble very well. We won the state championship that year that I got cut from the junior varsity, the varsity team. So it's great here today, when I talk about basketball, to share this day with two of my favorite basketball players all time at EKU. Korir Walden, what a defender he was, as good as it'll get. All-time leader in steals at Eastern, you'll hear more about that. He had maybe the best 3 games at crunch time ever as a Colonel basketball player. It was in the OBC tournament in Nashville. He was just dominant. And that 2014 team made the NCAA tournament. It's hard to say what's your favorite team, who's your favorite player, but that may be my favorite team all time on the basketball court at EKU. And then Nick Mayo, our all-time leading scorer, still playing like Korir overseas. And Nick brought so much to this program, and I'm so happy that both of their families can share in this honor as they continue to play on the hardwood overseas. When you're on long bus rides, sometimes you do things to kind of just pass the time, and I got out media guides and said, I wonder how many games I've really been to, because, you know, I missed some basketball games because of football playoffs and other things. And so I added up that I've done 1,250 Colonel men's basketball games, and I'm closing in on 500 football games. I don't know if I'll get there, but it's been great to, throughout these years, do those games. I've worked with 9 head coaches on the hardwood, 5 head coaches on the gridiron. Yet my gratitudes extend far beyond the courts and fields of play and those coaches, and it goes to those behind the scenes who have meant perhaps the most to me because of the profession I'm in. From the beginning, Carl Parker, who is the executive director now of the Hall of Fame, that he has an encyclopedic sports memory about EKU. He's now, in my opinion, our sports information director emeritus, and he's always there when I've needed him. Even called you the other day to talk about how many passes in a row that we had without an interception. Keep our fingers crossed that we keep that going at 66 or beyond today. Weber Hamilton, he was my guidepost and really my sounding board when I first came here from out west to the east, and he helped guide me through those early years at EKU as I was young and trying to learn the ropes. His son Sean was about, 10 or 12, started riding in the van when we go on road games, knew every word of some movies. It was bizarre, his memory. And then playing 15, 16 years old, we said at halftime we need a break, start telling, give the scores. So Sean has worked from there to the radio station, EKU, and moving on up. So he's been a constant part of our journey together here in Richmond. Dan McBride as well. What were you, 15 years old, Dan? 1981. You were a paper boy, showed up at the radio station. I had been there for 2 years at the local radio station when Dan first decided he wanted to get into this business. And the rest is history about Dan. You know, he was at the radio station at Eastern, and now he's, I guess, a pickleball professional or something. That's all he does anymore. He's retired, but we still lean on him. And Wes Chandler here today joined our broadcast team as a student in 2010, carrying the equipment, setting up the equipment. And I feel like, one of the greatest honors you can have is to mentor somebody else to follow a path like you have. And Wes has done that, and I think has improved immensely throughout the years. So I want to say thanks to Carl, Weber, Sean, Dan, and Wes. And I would not be here doing the right thing if I didn't say thanks to my current analysts as well, Doug Sally on basketball, Jim Tyree is on his way to the press box now on football. We have a lot of fun, but we take it serious. And most of all, family. Because I put in a lot of hours of this. My dedication to my job may be over the top at times, and it can test your patience. But I have love and support from my family. My wife Paula is here. 2 of our 3 children, Kylie and David, have joined us, along with his wife Liz. And they're here to share this treasure day with me. It's been a really hard day because I've still got work to do at the football stadium. But the brunch was good, and I'm excited to be here with you all. And I really want to make, finally, I do have a starting 5, and they're my grandkids, and want to shout out to them. They're at home. I hope 4 of the 5 can make it through the rain today. And there's a good starting 5, probably the best I've ever talked about. Finley, Molly, Henry, Sloan, and Hannah. I hope I make them proud too. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's a maroon and white heart. It started red, but it's maroon and white, and it's been that way for many, many years. All right, 478th game to call Colonel Football in a couple of hours. Let's get on with the show. Thank you very much. We have other inductees that were a whole lot better athletes than I am, and we will meet them in a second. But before we do, let's have remarks from EKU's 14th president, Dr. David T. McFadden. Dr. McFadden, only the 3rd EKU alum to be president at EKU. He holds undergraduate and doctorate degrees from EKU, a master's degree from the Gatton College of Business and Economics at the University of Kentucky. Under his guidance, EKU has enjoyed a rise in enrollment this semester, including a record number of incoming freshman students. Ladies and gentlemen, our biggest supporter of EKU Athletics, President McFadden.
It is rare when I come to the podium that I get to move the microphone up just a little bit. So thank you for that, Greg Stotelmyer. It is great to be together. Boy, as I look at this group, Carl Park, what an amazing space for us to celebrate EKU athletics. I'm so glad that we are here together. What I want to say to each and every one of you is you are a blessing to Eastern Kentucky University, and for that I am eternally grateful. I'll share a couple fun facts for you, things you may not know about me. One, I started my career at Eastern Kentucky University as the student sports information director, working for Carl Park. And so, schlepping pizza boxes. I would start about this time carrying pizza boxes from the ground floor up to the press box to make sure we were ready, and then statting those football games. But as you said, Kyle, the best part of knowing Carl was knowing Shelley. So that was most assuredly the best part. Another fun fact, my good friend Greg Stotelmyer, I got to step in. My reintroduction to Eastern Kentucky University happened when Greg stepped away from teaching a sports writing class in the communications department in about 2006. They said, boy, we need someone to teach sports writing. And so Liz Hanson called me, so I stepped in for a period of time, and I got a pinch hit for the greatest sportscaster in the history of Eastern Kentucky University. So Greg, congratulations on your great award today. You may be the first Hilltopper to make it into the EKU Athletics Hall of Fame. So it took you a while to get there, but we are glad that you're here with us, and so it is great to be here. So glad we heard from our new athletics director this morning. Kyle Motes, his wife Leanne, is here as well. Boy, we are so excited about the next era in EKU athletics. There is a lot of uncertainty in the landscape of college athletics today. But what we can have certainty in is that we have got a leader who is tried and tested and true to the work that we're doing every day. And so we're going to navigate those things with that experience, with an eye toward championship experiences, and putting Eastern Kentucky University in a position to be the very best version of ourselves. I would be remiss if I didn't come up here first and talk about these student athletes that are at EKU. I am so proud that for the 25th consecutive semester this spring, our programs had a cumulative GPA of over 3.0. That we had 124 of our student athletes who were on the Dean's List. That 81 of them had a perfect 4.0. And that our women's golf team, Mandy, led all of our programs with a 3.7 composite GPA. Our student athletes are competing on the field, they're competing on the court, but they are first really leading in the classroom. So let's give a big round of applause. As we think about celebrating success, today is a wonderful day. It's hard to believe that it's been 19 years since we started this program, Carl Park, and I have to say to you, thank you for leading in this initiative, for giving us the opportunity to celebrate those who have come and been a part of this institution and really left a mark that will stand forever. And today we get a chance to recognize some individuals, and Dr. Palvino, we get an opportunity for the first time to recognize one of our women's teams who will go in with a distinction of being in the Hall of Fame. I visited with Dr. Palvino this morning, and she said that they were able to gather together, the team was, and she said it was like yesterday, that they had never left, and that connection and those relationships are real, and they're tangible, and they're meaningful, and I think that is the essence of who we are at Eastern Kentucky University. Our athletics community brings us together as one Eastern. And today we'll have football and a chance to celebrate. We've supported our volleyball teams and our soccer teams, and we'll move into our winter sports and into our spring sports. And as we move forward, what I'm going to encourage each one of you is to continue to support, to come out and let those student athletes and the coaches and the staff, and I think, Rick, you said this, the people behind the scenes, gosh, the work that they put in to put on a world-class experience every day is second to none. And so I am grateful for each one of you to be with us this morning. I'm excited to celebrate our newest inductees. And as Greg highlighted, we are growing as an institution. The largest freshman class in school history this year, the largest fundraising year on record. And fun fact, Eastern Kentucky University's freshman class this year, larger than those folks out west, also larger than the University of Louisville. We are likely on a pathway to exceed total enrollment, historical total enrollment next year that will top university highs ever received. So we are an institution on the move, and it is in large part due to you and your support. Thank you all for being here this morning.
Our second inductee competed for 4 seasons on EKU's track and cross-country teams. He was a 4-time OVC outdoor champion in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. He is Eastern's only 2-time Olympian in program history, competing in the 3,000-meter steeplechase at the 2016 and 2020 Olympics. He was a 3-time NCAA All-American in the steeplechase and 2-time bronze medalist at the NC Outdoor Championships in the steeplechase in 2014 and 2015. He competed at the NCAA Cross-Country Championships 3 times. He has the 3rd best program time in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. He was a 2014 academic All-American in cross-country, and he now lives in Denmark and could not be with us today. He did, however, send an acceptance video that we ask you to watch now.
Thank you for the tremendous honor it is to be accepted into the EKU Track and Field Hall of Fame. I look back at my time at EKU with great excitement, and I have created memories and friends for life, and some of them I still see and race against all over the world. During my time at EKU, the team made sure I could develop as an athlete, and I got to compete against the best in the US without sacrificing my academic career. I am certain that my 4 years at EKU laid the base for my athletic career as well as my academic career, and for this I'm truly grateful.
That was Ole Hesselbjerg, and accepting for Ole is his former track and field coach, Rick Hertman. Rick? Our next inductee played offensive guard for Coach Roy Kidd and was a starter on the 1979 Colonel team that won EKU's first 1AA National Championship. He was co-captain on the 1980 National Runner-Up team. He became EKU head football coach in 2003 after serving as assistant head coach at the University of Louisville in 2002. He coached the Colonels for 5 seasons, compiling a record of 35-22 and leading Eastern to the 1AA playoffs after winning the OVC title in 2007. He later became head coach at Purdue University, where he won 22 games in 4 seasons and led the Boilermakers to 2 bowl appearances in 2011 and 2012. He was the only Big Ten head coach to ever beat Michigan and Ohio State in an inaugural coaching year. After 1 season as offensive line coach at South Florida in 2015, he returned to coach the offensive line for EKU. He has worked for the past 4 years for the EKU Development Office, serving as the Athletics Department Liaison. Joined today by family and friends, former EKU teammates and coaches, let's welcome number 58, Danny Hope.
Hello, everybody. Did y'all hear me all right? What a great God. Thank you. What a great day. Thank you, God, that we're all here together today. I want to thank the committee for this unbelievable honor. I can't tell you how much it means to me to even be mentioned in the same breath as some of the greatest coaches and players that have ever gone through EKU football. I want to, again, thank the selection committee for this great honor. I've got a bunch of family here, but if you guys will stand up real quick, I want to do something real fast. Y'all know most of them. I have my son Chaz here. I have my daughter-in-law Chris here. My granddaughter Maddie. I got my best buddy Sean Price here. I have my stepmom Janet, my stepdad Dave, my wife Sally, my cousin Robin. Okay, my sister-in-law Susie, my other cousin Kathy, my niece Evie. Okay, and about half of them are EKU grads, and the little ones will be one day. Okay, so thanks for being here. Appreciate all of y'all's love and support. Okay, I really want to thank a lot of people. That's pretty much my story. 2 people aren't here that I want to thank. One's President Lasser. I really enjoyed working for her. She was an awesome leader. She stuck by me, believed in me. And the other was my dad, who taught me how to fight, taught me how to work. And that's what it took. And I want to take a minute and thank Sally and Chaz. They've been unbelievable. They've provided a great service to EKU and every institution I've worked at. Their sacrifice and commitment has been second to none. And we stuck together through wins and losses, championships, and getting fired. Everything that can happen in a 40-year college football career, they stuck right behind me. And I really appreciate that. They are the thing that I'm the proudest of in life. It's Sally and Chaz. Really blessed, the family, but not privileged. We try to do right by people, and we work our asses off. That's what we're about. When Sally had an unbelievable impact, I met her the first day of school, first class. I sat right by her, I liked her, followed her around. I was only 17 when I got here. She was a couple years older than me. She took me downtown and she bought me beer. And I drank it. And she snuck me in the hall. And I've been in love with her ever since. But from the beginning, you know, she did my first resume. She's proved every contract at every institution, big time attorney, lawyer, her agent has put out in front of me. And she's caught every mistake. She's met every recruit that I've ever put on campus. She's moved every recruit, every freshman that I've ever recruited into the dorm room. We painted journals at Fresnel lockers. We had one locker that had lawnmowers, weed eaters, and tools in it. So when the recruits came, me, her, and Sally go down there, me, Sally, and Chad go down there and fix that place up so it'd be something special to look at. She ran our booster club, helped me run the booster club when I was here with the real colonels and with the Matter Pride boosters. Okay, our football family fanatics here. It's been endless. She's helped me with everything from day one, the whole time. Okay, and together, her and I are hard to beat. Okay, no doubt, we're a great team. I want to thank. I've been so blessed, man. I've been so blessed, but not privileged. I assure you that. Okay, none of it come easy. None of it come easy. But I had unbelievable mentors. Okay, my dad, my high school coaches. I came to EKU, and then I had guys like Joe Canan, Roy Kidd, Jim Tanair, Bobby Barton, Blankenship, Harvard, Tyson, David Taylor. Great men, great men, Christian men, family men. They were a great influence on my life. And I'm forever indebted to those guys. Very, very blessed. I came to EKU, and I was 17 years old. I didn't turn 18 until my second semester. Okay, I was been on a wild ride through the inner city public school system in Dade County, Florida. Okay, so I came here, man. I was a little bit out of control. And they had an unbelievable group of upperclassmen here that kind of took me under their wing and told me, said, hey, you can do some really great things, but you're going to have to change your ways. And, I'm greatly indebted to those guys. Great job. And then it was the first time I really felt safe at EKU. Great place to be. And met a lot of unbelievable people. We got going here with the teammates that I had, and I don't know, it just had some kind of magic gel to it, you know. And I don't know if we were all here because we weren't all there, or, you know, we have a pact between me and all my teammates that we don't tell stories on each other till the other guy's dead, okay? But we all know each other, okay? It's unbelievable, it's not this way anymore, but we all lived in the same dorm. We all used the same bathroom, we all used the same toilet, we all showered around the same shower, we all sat down and ate at the same table, we drank out the same mug, we danced with the same girls. Awesome. Awesome. May never be that way again. Awesome experience. We shared everything. I got married my junior year to Sally. I remember walking down the hallway and borrowing all the clothes when we get married. Got married by Gene Strange on campus. Had about 6, 7 people at the wedding. Coach Kidd, Coach Canan, Robin, you know, a few others were there. My dad, Janet, was there. You know. I remember going down the hallway and borrowing the shoes, borrowing the socks, borrowing the pants, borrowing the tie, borrowing the shirt, borrowing the leisure suit from Dean Stuckey. Got married to Sally, took a picture, looked at it, and had a perm over it. He's my new dean. You know why. But just unbelievable brothers. Unbelievable brothers. We were here for 3 reasons, okay? Have fun, win games, and have fun. That was it. Okay, that's what we were all about. You know, Bernard McFall played here. A lot of you remember McFall down. He's a great player here. He and I went to this middle school together for 1 year, Richmond Heights, Florida. Richmond Heights, suburb of Miami. And then we played high school ball together at Miami Killian High School. We had 5,000 students. We were the 5th largest school in the nation in 1976. Okay, and then we played football here. And one of our teammates had passed away, and I called him up. And it was a couple years, several years back, we had a lot of social injustice stuff going on. And I called up Renard and talked to him. He said, "Dan," he said, "what the hell is going on out there?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You know, me and you went all the way from Richmond Heights to Richmond, Kentucky. All we got was love." That was a hell of a statement. So it's a great place. It's absolutely great place. Great teammates, shared everything. One thing we had in common was on Saturday, we was going to beat your butt with a smile on our face. Okay, that's all there was to it. Okay, we didn't line up with anything in our mind other than kicking their ass. Okay, and I love playing with those guys. Okay, that's what we were all about. Okay, we had a blast. We were brothers. We had an oath to win the national championship in honor of our fallen teammate Tom McKinnon. And we didn't bat an eye. And we played inspired football at EKU. And that's what really got a lot of us started, playing inspired football at EKU. I remember when Elder was here, and I'd watch him play sometimes, and I was disappointed when I saw it. I'd text him a message, and I'd say, inspired players play the best, and inspired teams win the most. He would never comment back. And then I came to work for him. He said, "Why do you always send me that?" I said, that's what's missing. It's the will to win. Never going to lose attitude. You know, that's what we had here. It made a difference. It made a difference. Okay, so when I left out of here, you know, we won a national championship. We were runners up back to back. We went every Saturday. My soul was fueled. Expecting to win, expecting to be the best. No excuses. And so we went on to almost a 4-year college career. And again, blessed, but not privileged, because man, it took a lot of work. And I followed 2 coaching legends with Roy Kidd and Joe Tiller. And that's really a hard assignment. It's an unbelievably tough assignment. There's a saying in our industry that you don't want to be the man that follows the man. Okay, I did it 2 times and did it successfully. They're legends for a reason. They've taken things to a standard that's never been done before, but you're following them for a reason. It's time. You know, so the challenges were tough. They were very, very tough, okay? But I got the job here at EKU. It was a dream job for me. I never thought I would leave. I wanted to return the program to conference dominance, national prominence, national championship, to be the only other person to have ever won a national championship at his alma mater as a player and a coach. At that point in time, the only person who ever done it was Frank Leahy from Notre Dame in 1942. Now, since then, Nick Saban done it a couple times. Okay, but that was my goal. And, you know, the guys that I brought in here, they bought into it. They were the hardest working groups you ever been around. I worked the crap out of them, and they would work themselves very, very hard. And they bought into the EKU football being a matter of pride. They bought into the old school thing, and that's one of the things I'm proudest of. And I came in and put a schedule in, and people said, "You're nuts to put that schedule in." And I said, "The people that I want to recruit want to play this kind of schedule. And the places that we're going, it's going to take this kind of schedule to get it done." So I took anybody off the schedule, the name of the team that I like the way it looked, as far as to go out and recruit someone with. We put on there App State in Western Kentucky. Western was coming off a national championship. App State was on to a national championship. Schedules a couple of good 1A teams every year or so. And then we had West Carolina. We played them 2 times out of my 15 non-conference games. You know, so at the beginning of the season, sometimes we didn't start off with the best record. Okay, but I thought it was important to have that type of team, that type of schedule for our football team. And they had unbelievable resilience every single year to continue to compete for the #1 spot. You know, so I applaud the guys that I brought in here. They bought into it. You know, it's the absolute best 5 years of my coaching career, and I've had a great one as far as the people I've been around, bold success and all that. But I can't thank my players and my coaches enough that were here as part of the program when I was the head football coach for believing in me and buying in what we were doing and making the impact that you guys helped me make on the program at that time. You know, we did make an impact on the program that was significant. When it was all said and done, we had gone undefeated in the conference by last year. You know, we went to the playoffs, and we didn't do as well as we wanted to. But the thing that was most important to me was that we had won 80% of our conference games in the past 5 years. So we had returned the program back to conference dominance, and we were on our way to return it to national prominence. I got the call from Purdue. I don't regret taking that opportunity at all. I wasn't going to take it. It had been for my good friends and teammates that called me up and said, hey, you got to make a family decision and take the job. And it was great to be on the big stage and all that. Had a blast. Got no regrets doing it. Thought we left it better than we found it. Usually if you look at 5 years before you got to a place and the 5 years after you leave the place, it tells you a lot about the job that you've done while you were there. But certainly honored to have been at all these great places, and I can't thank EKU enough for the opportunities that you guys have provided for me. I'm really proud to be on board again with the position that I feel and just to be part of it. It's a great place. It's a place where people matter. It is a school of opportunity. It's the greatest 5 years of my life. It changed significantly, and I can't thank you enough. I love you, EKU football. You are a matter of pride. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Our next inductee was a 4-year NCAA cross-country championships participant from 2004 to 2007. He finished in 19th in 2005, 7th in 2006, and 6th in 2007. He was a 3-time All-American in cross-country and 2-time in track. He finished 4th in the 1,000, make that the 10,000 meters at the 2008 NCAA Outdoor Championships. He finished 2nd in the 5,000 meters at the 2008 NCAA Indoors. He was a 4-time OBC Runner of the Year for cross country. He was OBC Indoor Freshman of the Year in 2005 and was the OBC Athlete of the Indoor Meet in 2008. He was OBC Track Athlete of the Year 2008 as well. He owns the outdoor school record for the 10,000 meters and the outdoor 4x-mile school record, all accomplished in his senior year. Joined today by his family, friends, and former EKU coaches, let's welcome Jacob Korir.
Good morning, everybody. I'm not much of a talker. I'm just going to try to make this as brief as I can. Coach used to make fun of me that I was political, and I tried to downsize that a little bit. But I'm originally from Kenya, and I came to EKU in the fall of 2004. And to cut the whole story short, it was great 4 years of running experience. And I really thank Coach Rick Edman, Korir, Faith, and all the family, and my Kenyan family for always coming to the meets. It's really good memories, running through the mile, going to Berea, training over the weekends. Time like now, we would be in Berea, running whether it would be raining or sunshine. And it indeed brings really good memories. I would only say that if there is an honor that you can give me is to give more scholarships to Kenyans, because every time you bring a Kenyan here, you bring a different culture, they get to learn and they get to support people back home. So it was a privilege to be part of this and learning the culture. I still remember the taste of the burgers and the chicken sandwiches and everything. And it was a struggle, I'm gonna be honest, it was a struggle. But looking back now, good memories. So I continue to treasure EKU. I joined the military, and it has been a great experience. Looking back, it's something I would, wish to pass it down to everybody. It's a good experience, and I'm glad to be part of the Colonel fraternity. Thank you so much.
Our next inductee was a four-time All-Ohio Valley Conference golfer for the Colonel's women's golf team from 2013 to 2017 and is coming back to campus today from Stockholm, Sweden. She was also a four-time OVC All-Tournament selection. She was named Tournament MVP in 2015 when she won the OVC Individual Championship. She finished in the top 5 of the OVC Championship the other 3 years. She collected 4 other individual tournament wins and had 10 individual top 10 finishes. She was the driving force to 2 OVC titles, 2015, 2016. She finished 3rd all-time in EKU for career scoring average at just under 76, 75.79 to be exact, 2nd all-time in career winning percentage at over 80%. She also closed her EKU career 3rd all-time for career par or better rounds with 22. Ladies and gentlemen, joined today by her parents, friends, and former teammates and EKU coaches. Let's welcome Sofie Levin.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me here today. I can't, begin to express my gratitude. A special shout out to KP. I know how much thought and effort and that goes into this event, and I am truly honored to be able to experience this here today. My experience at EKU has been nothing but wonderful, and that comes from all the love and support that I've gotten from all the teammates that I've had over the years and the coaches that I not only had the pleasure to play for, but also coach alongside as I got the opportunity to be a GA here for my last 2 years. I do want to take the moment to say some thank yous to those. So Coach Whitson, I've thanked you many times, but I honestly can't put into words how grateful I am for you and your family. Autumn is here today as well. The way that you guys opened up your home and coached and mentored me over my, in total 6 years here at EKU. Truly forever grateful. Also had the pleasure to meet Coach Moore that I got to coach alongside, who taught me many, many things. So very happy that I've been able to do that alongside of you and met you and have you as a friend is really special. Her mother Lisa, who I've had the pleasure to play tournaments where she's been the ruler, I'll just call it that. So thank you for all the help that you've provided for us and been so wonderful having you at our home tournaments. It's truly special. And then I want to give a special thank you to my parents, Michael and Lotta, who is here, who has flown with me from Stockholm, Sweden. Obviously, I would not be here without you guys, so thank you for that, and also thank you for always giving me the courage and knowing that I have the support system around me, and always knowing that I can come home and that you will always be there to support me. And that is actually what gave me the courage to even try this thing to begin with. So I wouldn't be here and receive this award if it wasn't for you. I have forgotten so many names, but I don't think I'll have enough time in my 2 minutes to thank everyone. But I do just want to say once again, truly thank you to the entire EKU family, because that's really what it is. And being an international athlete, I think it's really something special how you guys open up your community and your hearts and welcome us in a probably slightly different way, and that is something that does not go unnoticed. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to every one of you. I am again so grateful, and this is such an honor. Go BG.
You know, just a side thought, I've always loved the international athletes because they bring so much to EKU. And when we were doing our weekly television show on campus, it was always fun to talk to them. And they always spoke 4 or 5 more languages than I ever have. And now I'm going to transition because athletes from the United States now go and play international. So listen to the next 2 inductees. Our next inductee played 4 seasons for the Colonel basketball team from 2015 to 2019, and he just finished as the all-time leading scorer in EKU history with 2,316 points. He was a 4-time All-OVC player, the OVC Freshman of the Year in 2016, and a member of the OVC's All-Newcomer team. He was a 3-year selection to the Lou Henson Award watch list for the top mid-major player. He was a 2018 and 19 choice for the Carl Malone Award watch list for the top power forward in the nation. Make that 2017, 2018. And a first team All-District his senior year. He was second team All-District pick in his first 3 seasons at Eastern. He was the school's 6th all-time leading rebounder and 7th all-time leading free throw shooter with an 82.3% mark. He led EKU in scoring as a sophomore, a junior, and a senior. He is listed among EKU's top 10 career leaders in best scoring average for one season, most field goals made, most field goals attempted, and most blocks. He has played professionally in Japan for the last 5 seasons. And we will have a video message. First, from number 10, Nick Mayo.
What's going on, y'all? Nick Mayo here. I'm currently in Hiroshima, Japan, getting ready for my 6th year as a pro out here. I really wish I could be in Richmond to receive this honoring, but my wonderful family, once again, flying from Maine to EKU to be there and accept it. I really appreciate you guys. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you guys. You know, when I first got to EKU, I had a lot of doubt and nerves and just wasn't sure if I was even going to play my freshman year to, you know, settling in and eventually getting freshman conference player of the year to being the all-time leading scorer and to now a Hall of Famer. It's just so surreal. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. My time at EKU was very meaningful and memorable to me. The amazing people I met, I will cherish the most. I was blessed to have amazing coaches, teammates, trainers, advisors, who all contributed to this honoring, which I can't thank y'all enough. I've made lifelong friends and connections from my time here, for my family who are here today and those who are not. I couldn't have achieved this without your relentless support, sacrifices, you know, all you've done for me throughout my time at EKU, all the traveling you guys have done, coming from Maine to go to wherever to watch me play. It truly meant a lot. And for Brooke, you know, from once being boyfriend and girlfriend to now husband and wife, you really are the star. I couldn't have done any of this without you. I'm so blessed that we got to experience a lot of great things here at Eastern together, a lot of accomplishments for the both of us. And I wouldn't be who and where I am today without you. I thank you for your endless support and love. My time here at Eastern Kentucky, I'll never forget. I really appreciate everyone that was a part of this, and still a part of my life. Thank you so much for honoring me and being in the Hall of Fame. Roll Kearns, baby.
Nick mentioned his family accepting today his Hall of Fame plaque are his parents, Jen and Scott, and his wife, Brooke. Our next inductee is one of the most decorated EKU men's basketball players in school history. He was two-time OVC Defensive Player of the Year 2014 and 2015, and was a finalist for the 2014 Lefty Drizel National Defensive Player of the Year Award. He broke the EKU school record for steals, 236, despite just playing 3 seasons for the Colonels. He scored what at the time was a career best, 29 points, to go along with 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals in the 2004 OVC Tournament Championship game that sent EKU to the NCAA tournament. He was named OVC Tournament MVP. He hit a jumper in the lane to get EKU within 3 points, 64-61 of number 2 seed Kansas with 3:39 left in the opening round of the tourney. And if they hadn't called that foul that wasn't a foul, we probably would have beat the Jayhawks. But that's a story that I'll tell later. His 3-year career, aligned with the winningest 3-year stretch in program history, was just amazing. He was a 2014 and a 2015 NABC All-District selection, a 2015 Lou Henson All-American choice. He played in the NBA Summer League for the Boston Celtics and the Toronto Raptors, and he has now played professionally overseas for the past 6 seasons, most recently in Turkey. Our inductee, Korir Walden, is playing basketball now in Spain this year and could not be with us today, but he has set this acceptance video for you to view.
Hello, Korir Walden here. Thank you for inducting me into the EKU Hall of Fame. And, to be a part of a prestigious group, it's mind-blowing, and I'm forever grateful and honored to be a part of that, alongside with other athletes, coaches, teams, and other special individuals. Congratulations to the other inductees that are being inducted today. You most certainly deserve it. You know, your accolades and accomplishments here at Eastern. You've done something special. You know, we should all be proud of that. I want to give thanks to God, first and foremost. Without him, none of this would be possible. Thank you to my friends and family, you know, especially my wife, Jess, my brother Cam, my son Carter, and my guy Rob and his son Leo for being there for me. Obviously, I'm not able to make it today, but wish I was there to celebrate with you guys. Thank you to my coaches and teammates. My time there, we built such a strong brotherhood and a bond that I hold very near and dear to my heart. Created so many different memories, and our historic NCAA run and our conference championship and countless games that we won. It's something I'll never ever forget. I remember being on coming on my visit with Coach Newton, and I just remember being on campus and being like, wow, this is a place I could really, you know, I can feel myself, you know, calling home and being so comfortable and just really enjoying it. And I remember at the end of that visit, I actually committed. And I remember as I got back to my hotel room, I called my parents and I was like, hey, this is it. Like, this is the place I want to be. And it was actually my first visit, and I canceled the rest of the visits I had scheduled. And, you know, they were upset with me, and they were like, no, you should go on other visits. You should try other schools. And I was like, this is the place I call home. Like, this is the place I want to call home. And that ended up being a great decision because my next visit was to Moorhead. And so I definitely made the right decision there. But I'm forever grateful and honored to be a part of a prestigious group. I'm forever thankful. And I'm just glad I'm able to call myself an eternal Colonel. And again, thank you. Wish I could be there. Congratulations to the other inductees. Go Big E.
Accepting the award for number 2, Korir Walden, is a teammate, Deborah Muff. Our last inductees are a group of ladies that helped propel the dominating EKU women's volleyball program to greatness, led by Hall of Fame coach Jerry Polvino. Dr. Polvino and her team compiled the best overall record for any Eastern team in the more than 50-year history of EKU volleyball. They were 26-4. However, because of funding issues, EKU did not participate in the 1973 National AIAW Volleyball Championship, although the team received an at-large bid to that tournament. The team dominated its opponents and for the third straight season went undefeated in state competition, winning Eastern's third consecutive Kentucky Women's Intercollegiate Conference crown. The state championship results qualified the team for the 10-team AIAW Region 2 Championship, where Eastern was upset by Memphis State in the opening round, sending the Maroons to the losers bracket, where they won the remaining matches as they beat Duke, Coker College of South Carolina, and then the rematch with Memphis State. 9 region champions automatically qualified for the national tournament, while 7 teams across the nation were invited to be at-large representatives. EKU received one of those at-large bids, but could not compete because of those budgetary constraints. 3 of the 6 starters on the team were named Outstanding College Athletes of America, including Diane Jones, Melody Middleton, and Lynn Morris. Joined today by their families and their teammates and their coach, let's welcome this year's Hall of Fame team of distinction, the 1973 women's volleyball team, and they will accept the Hall of Fame plaque, and it will come from Hall of Fame coach Jerry Polvino, and then we'll introduce the individual members of the team.
Wow, what a view from up here. Thank you for coming and helping us celebrate the awesome event, this awesome event, the EKU Hall of Fame. Congrats to the recipients who got here and overcoming one challenge after another, including a hurricane. So, ladies, gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, it is an absolute privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate an extraordinary group of women. These women have left an indelible mark on our institution's history. Today, we bring the 1973 Volleyball Team Hall of Fame Team of Distinction out from the shadows and onto center stage. A team of distinction whose legacy continues to inspire generations. As your coach, I had the privilege to witness firsthand the dedication, resilience, and camaraderie that defined you during a time when women's sports was just beginning to be recognized as an important experience for young women. The 1973 season was one of triumphs and challenges where each player brought their unique talent and unwavering commitment to the court, forming a comprehensive unit that was greater than the sum of its parts. The team exemplified what it means to be champions. You set a standard of excellence that has become a benchmark for all who have followed in your footsteps. The 1973 volleyball team faced formidable opponents, yet they approached each match with fierce competitive spirit and unyielding belief in one another. Their hard work and perseverance led them to a season of remarkable achievements, culminating in the best overall record in the history of EKU volleyball with an impressive win-loss of 26-4, 0.867% win-loss record. A record which still stands today after 51 years. Despite your third place performance at the AIAW Regional Tournament, you received an automatic bid from the AIAW National Championship Committee, one of 7, based on your strong season's performance and the reputation of EKU volleyball. You were denied that experience. The national championships were held in Dayton, Ohio. Today, members of this incredible team reside across the United States in Hawaii, Washington, Wisconsin, Illinois, Florida, Georgia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Among you, 3 have been recognized in colleges and universities, 10 have received the senior citation for athletics, and every team member holds 1 or more master's degrees, with 2 having earned doctorates. There are 20 Hall of Fame recognitions among you, and to think, I thought, many of you would not reach your 21st birthday. Based upon your unbridled spirit. Now that's what I call it today. Back then, not so much. In addition, one of you was captain in the Air Force and a member of the United States Air Force women's volleyball team. Another, Golden Apple Outstanding Teacher Award. Another, the Cincinnati Association Northern Kentucky Distinguished Teacher Award. Women's Sports Advocates of Wisconsin, including the Lifetime Achievement Award, National Association for Girls and Women in Sport Pathfinder Award, and Physical Education Alumni in the Department of Exercise and Sports Science at Eastern Kentucky University. Beyond your athletic prowess, you forged bonds that transcended the game. You raised families, you forged partnerships, you influenced hundreds of young people to do more than they thought they were capable of doing. You taught them to believe in themselves when no one else did. You invested in your community. You have so many life stories, many of which are censored. You are the godmothers of EKU volleyball. The match you saw Thursday, that is your legacy. Thank you again, Carl, and members of the Hall of Fame community for bringing this 1973 volleyball team out from the shadows. You can tell I like that phrase, and onto center stage. The members of the 1973 team, thank you for your incredible contributions to the EKU alumni community. Your achievements will forever be etched in EKU history, as well as your unbridled spirit. Before I close, I was watching television the other day, and Martin Sheen was at the White House, and he had accepted the recognition, 25 years anniversary of West Wing. And he told a story in that acceptance speech that I want to share with you. So this person appeared before St. Peter and said, "St. Peter, I'm ready." And St. Peter said, "Wonderful, but I need for you to do one thing. I need for you to show me your scars." Well, but I had no scars. What a pity. Was there nothing worth fighting for? We are rightly called to find something in our lives worth fighting for. Something deep, personal, and uncompromising. To the 1973, I'm not going to get through this. To the 1973 volleyball team, I see your scars, and I am so damn proud of you. Congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. Here's to the 1973 volleyball team, a team of distinction.
We'll have Dr. Paulino accept the award on behalf of the team, then I'm going to introduce the team to you. Danny, it sounds like they have the same rule that you do with the teammates about the stories. All right, let's meet the team. 1973 volleyball team of distinction, Sharon Brown. Kathy Rumball Anderson. Dusty Chandler Gray. Susan Maslanka Gaynor. Joyce Denner Murphy. Lives in Florida, unable to be here today, is Margie Heiss Sloan. What is it? Sear. I couldn't read my own writing. That happens a lot to me. Margie Heiss Sear. Diane Jones. Bernadette Cody. Velma Lehman. Melanie Middleton Thompson. Lynn Morris. Marcia Mueller Hayden. Connie Erledge Duncan. Manager Kay Johnson, and their coach, Dr. Jerry Paulino. That concludes our ceremony, and we hope to see you all out at the football game. Bring your ponchos, long umbrellas, and go Big E. We will take a group picture with all the inductees, and then you're welcome to take individual pictures with your families and friends if you want. Kickoff's 2 hours and 2 minutes away. So go to Big E, and thanks for attending.